Greetings everybody, what's up? I got another video review for you. This one's for DmC Devil May Cry. Finally we get a totally uncontroversial Devil May Cry game. Ha! Just kidding. The controversy surrounding Dante, whether it was people not shutting the fuck up, or people telling those people to shut the fuck up, gathered a life of its own and completely overshadowed the game at large. Now we have a product to legitimately judge on its own merits. Said merits are high because DmC is one of the best and most flashy action games to hit the genre in years. Even though it is a complete reboot, DmC has some consistencies with its previous endeavors. Dante, Virgil, and Mundus are all present, but with minor twists. Dante is still a punk ass, but one bred in a more modern day, complete with the trailer house and empty bottles of alcohol thrown about. His life of pleasure and luxury is cut short when the demons destroy his shitty house, pull him into the otherworldly realm known as Limbo, and leave him on the run. Through these events, he is reunited with his long-lost twin brother Virgil and his sweet lady friend Kat. Virgil is the head of an anonymous-like group simply referred to as the Order, and they need Dante's help in overtaking the demons hidden in the earthly universe. What demons, you ask? Corporate America, of course. Anyone who has power is a demon and uses it to control the population of feeble humans. This kind of enslavement doesn't jive well with the Order, making Mundus' death at the top of their to-do list, something they need Dante's help with. Even though Capcom could never do it, Ninja Theory's expertise has always been with world building and character development, two things that DmC does excellently. Dante is still a smug little shit, but he's not just a smug little shit anymore. He has a bit more depth now, and not all cutscenes are fast, action-filled, gravity-defying sword fights, leaving a good amount of cutscenes to develop story, relationships, and character. It allows you to slowly care and learn about the other faces in the story, along with making Dante more than a one-dimensional character. Kat is a great female sidekick, bringing a human element to a demon-enriched story, and Virgil plays the more proper role pretty well. The ending might be a little predictable for some, but the incredible pacing keeps it interesting right up to the credits. Ninja Theory's combat engines have always been terrible. Just ask anyone who played Heavenly Sword or Enslaved. DmC really couldn't be farther from these earlier titles, as the action here is some of the best around for a myriad of reasons. Controls are accessible but not dumbed down. Anyone who picks up the controller can easily juggle within minutes and look fantastic while doing it. The more hardcore will have a blast from the array of weapons given out, and the ability to chain almost any move together. Weapon switching is instantaneous and responsive, so you always feel like it is your personal skill limit holding you back more than the game's actual rulebook. I'll go into more detail. Dante has angel and demon weapons, and his neutral sword. Holding the left shoulder button is like a shift key for activating angel mode, and the right shoulder button is the same for demon weapons. Not only that, but the D-pad can instantly swap you between the other angel and demon weapons. Because this process is so streamlined, each weapon is never more than a button press away, so experienced players can use every single weapon in a combo without even losing a beat. This depth makes the combo ceiling feel nearly limitless because you'll always be finding more ways to link into more moves. Add in the ability to grapple yourself to distant enemies and vice versa, and you get a combat engine that lets you smoothly flow from enemy to enemy without any sort of pause in the action. The traditional skill point upgrade system and the ability to respec without penalty are both good decisions to not only add something to work towards, but it does so in the most player-friendly way possible. Grappling helps wonderfully in the combat portion of the game, but also makes platforming a worthwhile experience. Instead of dreading traversal like always, gliding and grappling combine to make a platforming experience that far surpasses anything the series has ever done. Chaining to designated environmental objects never feels too hard, and the auto-aim is pretty solid, making it a system I actually wanted to see more of. Also, it just looks fucking cool to swing through the environment and just rip a chunk of it out. Part of this has to do with the pacing, something the entire game completely nails. Every level shows you something completely different and awesome, reveals something new about the story, or gives you a new weapon to toy around with. So it makes it incredibly hard to put it down because you always want to see what's around the corner, and that feeling never ceases. The multiple difficulties exemplify this point. These modes just don't lazily boost health bars. They make the game a different challenge by drastically changing the enemy setups or allowing for one-hit kills for you and the enemies. Between these modes and the meaty campaign, DmC knows how to utilize its strengths to boost the replay value. Limbo also keeps on giving. Ninja Theory's brilliant level design is at an all-time high here, as Limbo is one of the prettiest worlds around despite the twisted, demonic nature of it all. Once you get dragged into Limbo, the bland human world is morphed into a more dynamic, completely gorgeous, bizarro version of itself. Just looking at a screenshot is beautiful because the art and color palette are impressive, but seeing the way the levels constantly shift before your eyes is impressive every single time it happens, and it happens all the way to the end of the game. The dynamic nature shames other games and makes them seem plain by comparison. Listening to DmC is also a delight. Electro artist Combi Christ and electronic composer Noisia have collaborated in making a dubstep metal hybrid soundtrack that not only matches the fast swordplay, but is one to bob your head to as well. These styles may not appeal to you outside of the game, but they mesh extremely well and are a perfect fit for this title. I even feel a little guilty for liking it as much as I did. Capcom and Ninja Theory's reboot of DmC was a risky move, but it worked out well for all involved. Capcom's knowledge of combat and Ninja Theory's knack for creating visually stunning worlds and characters successfully collaborated and worked nicely to each other's strengths. Devil May Cry needed a shot in the arm, and after seeing what Ninja Theory can do, no one else could have been better with the needle. Alright, and I gave DmC a 9.5 out of 10. It was hard to think about that one because I couldn't really think of that many things I didn't like about it. But yeah, check the whole review on the site. And thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Fuck you!